everyone, and welcome back to another special spooky episode of Shut Up and Watch the Movie. I'm Kristina.
I'm Tyson.
And each week, we make each other watch a movie.
Yay!
Sometimes we love it, sometimes we don't.
But we're going to talk about it, and we're going to subject you to the conversation.
Hell yeah.
Because that's what a podcast is.
That's what we do.
That's our role here.
We're so unique, and no one's ever thought of this before.
You know what?
Now that I'm
listening to you, you do sound kind of sick.
Okay, thank you. I literally
What?
5 seconds before this, you guys. I'm not gonna go into detail, but it's been a week.
I'm just trying to say that if I can pick it up, surely our listeners are going to be like, "Oh, does Kristina have a little cold?"
I've had a little bit of a cold this week, so please excuse the fact that I sound like I have a little bit of a cold, because I do.
Yeah, I guess you're just going to have to
There's been a lot going on this
get
week.
adjusted to that for this week's episode. It's probably because we sat in that giant auditorium filled with people screaming.
Right. Tyson is referencing our amazing Rocky Horror viewing. Excuse me, the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Of course.
That's our movie for the week. But before we get into that, we have a little teaser. You know they do a teaser before the trailer, before the movie?
Yeah.
A little teaser.
Wait, the teaser before the trailers? Before the movie?
I guess this is a trailer, actually.
Wait, what's the teaser before the trailer?
I guess this intro that we just did was the teaser, and now we're going to get into the trailers.
I don't care about this part, but like, what in the movie theater, what are you referring to when you say the teaser before the trailers?
I guess not the teaser before the trailer, but I guess like before a trailer comes out first, they release teasers.
Oh yeah, they do release a little teaser trailer.
And then eventually the trailer comes out and then the movie comes out.
I'm going to say this now. Teaser trailers now are kind of just like just normal trailers.
Yeah.
I kind of don't
Sometimes
understand.
I get confused when it'll be like, oh, trailer, official trailer. And I'm like, didn't this come out last week? And then I watch the trailer and I'm like, this is maybe 10 seconds longer. Good for them, I guess. But yeah, no, I agree. But anyway,
yeah,
the teeny little movie corner.
Our favorite segment besides the main segment.
Where before we get into the main event, we like to talk a little bit about something else we watched this week. Something good. Something we just want to give a little shout out to.
Since I didn't pick the movie, I guess I'll go first.
Go for it.
All right. I saw Nora.
I want to see that.
It's good. It's really good. Sean Baker.
He seems cool.
He did that iPhone movie, Tangerine. It's shot on an iPhone.
Oh, I didn't know that. You know what? I had a conversation with someone the other day where I was like, oh yeah, I really like Sean Baker. Like, he seems so cool. And then I realized I don't think I've actually seen any of his movies.
Yeah?
But he just has such a good vibe about him.
Well, how do you know his vibe if you haven't seen any of his movies?
I don't know. I thought that I had, and then I looked it up, and I was like, oh, shit, I guess I haven't.
I did listen to an interview with him. He does seem like a really nice and chill guy.
Yeah, I think he just gets so hyped up that I was like, yeah, of course I've seen his stuff.
Well, he did,
I realized I haven't, but I definitely want to.
The Florida Project. What else did he do? Red Rocket, which we also watched after Nora. Yeah, really good. I mean, it's about a exotic dancer. What's the correct way to say
a stripper?
Yeah. Is that an appropriate term? Stripper?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she's a stripper, then
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's about a stripper and
if that's what she does.
Rich Russian guy, Russian boy, really like 19, 20, buys her love for a bit and then proposes to her, and then some wacky shenanigans happen because it's a green card marriage or whatever. I'm not going to get really too deep into it because the movie was not what I was expecting it was going to be, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's super funny. It is like genuinely like hilarious. It's a hilarious movie, which I didn't think it was going to be a comedy, so I was very pleasantly surprised, which I don't know if it is a comedy per se, but it might as well be.
Because it's just that funny.
It is very funny. It's also gut-wrenchingly sad.
Oh no.
But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that part.
God.
It's mostly pretty
I didn't
funny.
know that.
It's mostly funny.
Okay. Well, that's good. I really want to see it.
No, it's really good. Won the Palme d'Or at Cannes.
It's getting
a
lot of buzz.
Yeah.
Probably gonna award season buzz.
Might be our best picture winner this year.
Wow. Are you gonna? No. Maybe we can do an Oscar special. I was gonna say you're gonna lock that special? In, but it's too soon.
No, I don't even know what else
could
even be in contention.
Episode. There's some stuff. There's a few things that haven't come out yet that people are.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, before there was a trailer for like a movie where Cillian Murphy's like a coal miner or something, and it's big Oscar bait looking. It's like him looking sad in a mirror, and like that's what the trailer was.
If Cillian Murphy is sad, it's about to be a banger.
No,
okay?
He had his year last year. Take a step back, okay?
No. Well, it's only they're getting ready. They may have already started filming Peaky Blinders movie.
I've never seen
stuff.
Peaky Blinders.
I've seen the first few seasons.
I just know the meme from it. Anyway, you go and you say your pick, Kristina.
My pick, I'm going to go with Scream.
Oh, wow. Halloween pick.
Yeah,
spooky Halloween pick.
Spooky pick. I watched it with my friend who had never seen it.
I guess this will be the Halloween episode. This is the episode closest to Halloween.
This is, I guess, the Halloween episode when we really think about it. We would try to do spooky movies all month, but this is like the Halloween episode. But yeah, Scream, watched it with my friend who had never seen it, which was really fun getting to see her reaction to the reveal of who the killer is.
Yeah, which we won't say, I guess.
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but if you haven't seen Scream, what are you doing?
I think I knew.
It's like the horror movie.
The horror movie?
To like general, I think to the general public. I know you as like a major crazy horror fan probably have a different one.
You think it's the horror movie to like the general public?
To the general public? Yeah,
I will say this. I don't know why this is, because this is more of like a millennial thing, but Gen Z fucking loves Scream.
Yeah.
Like Gen Z loves Ghostface.
It's a great movie. It is a great movie. Just like,
it is
so
great.
Good. It's so good.
I love it. I love it. Oh, God, I was going to say something and then you ruined my train of thought.
I'm sorry I was speaking during my turn.
Oh, yeah, I guess it was your turn. Damn it. Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay, I guess I'm just going to let it go.
It's going to hit you at like the most inconvenient moment. You're going to remember.
Yeah, okay. What, did you have anything else to add? Oh, I wish I had seen it without knowing the reveal. I don't think I ever had a chance to watch it before I knew.
Yeah, I think I knew when I watched it too. I was kind of surprised she didn't know, because I just thought people knew.
Yeah.
I just thought everyone
But no,
knew.
great movie, great acting. You know, here's the thing about Wes Craven. I really don't understand that movie.
Scream?
In the sense that I've watched a lot of his other movies. Look, I love Wes Craven, horror legend. They're not all good, and the acting is usually not great in any of them. But I feel like that movie in particular, like it's like pretty great.
It's
like
a great movie,
and I'm gonna have to chalk a lot of that up probably to Kevin Williamson, the guy who wrote it. Because I mean, he's like the any movie I've seen of his I like, and they usually have good characters. But yeah, I mean, look, it's an all-timer for sure.
If you are like an established director, not every you're gonna have a flop at some point. Like I just feel like that's just
but he was mostly flops.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, when he hit. People love it. Like Nightmare on Elm Street. You haven't seen Last House on the Left.
I have not, no.
You wouldn't like it.
He did Halloween too, right?
No, that's John Carpenter.
Oh, I knew that. I'm sorry. That was a really dumb comment. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Sorry. And I picked a John Carpenter movie for next week.
Oh.
Yeah, which I didn't want to spoil, but now I feel like I got to bring it up because you mentioned his name. It's not a spooky. Okay. It's not a spooky movie because I figured we needed a reprieve.
I know Carpenter heads are a thing.
Carpenter heads.
That's a thing, right?
You know, Jesus was a carpenter.
Jesus was a carpenter. See, but when we say that, we are referencing different things. Because you're referencing John Carpenter, and I'm referencing Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh.
That was her response when she did that music video in a church.
Yeah.
And that was like her response when someone like asked what's the controversy or whatever, and she was like, well, Jesus was a carpenter.
That's a crazy thing to say.
It is, but it was funny and clever.
I imagine people got upset.
Not the first time I brought up Sabrina Carpenter on the podcast.
No, it's not. I feel like it's an every week occurrence now.
She's great. She's living in my brain.
You got part of your Halloween costume right here.
Oh my God, you're so right. We're doing, I guess we can say this because it's like our Halloween episode.
Yeah, and we record this in Christina's
closet. And by the time that this episode is out, I will have worn the outfit. Me and my friend are doing Sabrina Carpenter and Jenna Ortega from the Taste music video.
Which people may not even know what that is.
The right people will know what it is.
I haven't seen it.
It's not really for you.
So. I guess so. Didn't her and Barry Keoghan break up?
I don't think so.
I thought they did.
Her concert like a few days ago. So.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I guess I got bad intel.
I think people thought they did, and then he showed up at a concert, and people were like,
confirm, be like,
never mind. Guess they're still together. Actually, and the concert was in Raleigh.
Oh,
Barry Keoghan was in Raleigh.
Oh, is it Barry Keoghan? Not Key. I guess.
I think it's Keoghan.
Keoghan. What
did you say?
Irish? What is he? Irish? Scottish?
Yeah. Irish, I'm pretty sure.
Crazy. Oh yeah, because he was in
Banshees.
Yes.
Of Inisherin.
Yeah, that's a good movie too.
That is a good movie.
All right, I forgot what we were doing. We gotta.
Well, I mean, we were doing Tiny Little Movie Corner, but I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we're done too.
Okay, so
awesome.
Let's get into the main event. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Now,
yes.
Tyson.
Yes.
Previous to watching it this time, you had seen the movie, right?
I had a long time ago.
However, here's the thing. If this is one of those movies that has a huge cult following, so you can go and see the show at a theater, and it is a completely different experience because there's a million different call-outs. People are doing all sorts of stuff. A lot of them, like the one we went to, has a shadow cast, like acting out the movie, in front of the screen. So even though you've seen the movie before, this was a new experience.
No, this was like, I guess, what it's more known for instead of the actual film itself.
Yes. I think once I've been to a screening like this, I don't think I've actually just like watched this movie at my own time.
Which I don't even see how you would understand what's happening if you didn't.
Yeah, I will say, I think before I had been to like a live theater one, I think I had seen it.
I also think our theater was not mixed the best because it was kind of hard to hear like you couldn't even hear the people shouting and you couldn't really hear the...
Here was the thing. We were at like the showing that we went to. Okay, so in LA, I was under the assumption that there'd just be a million Rocky Horror things everywhere. And it actually was really hard to find something because it seems like there's one theater in particular that kind of has like the monopoly over Rocky Horror, and they literally do it every Saturday throughout the whole year, which respect, amazing, super cool. However, realizing this mid-October, there was no chance we were going to get tickets to go see it there. So we were able to go to a different showing where the guy who plays Brad, Barry Bostwick, I don't know how to say his last name. He was there, super funny.
Oh yeah.
He was really funny. He did like a little stand-up thing before the show, kind of. It was good.
Yeah, no, he was very entertaining. I don't know if that was rehearsed or not. It seemed rehearsed.
It seemed rehearsed.
They did a Q&A
It was almost completely Rocky Horror jokes, so I feel like
no, I know, but then they did like a Q&A, which I think was rehearsed also. Because he had like quippy retorts to everything.
I think so.
I'm just sorry. I was just doing some little research on the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so we could, I could give a little context, pay some respects. So apparently, this is based off a stage play from a musical before the movie came out.
Yes.
The Rocky Horror Show. And then the next year they released it as a movie called the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, okay, that answers some of my questions. Because I was like, independently, what the fuck is the Rocky Horror Picture? Like, how do you pitch that to people?
Yeah, because we're going to get into it. Here's the thing. This is a weird movie.
It is weird.
I say that with love. I love this. I love getting to go to these live showings. I mean, this is like my third year in a row doing it. Mm-hmm. So fun. It's a weird, the plot is strange. It's
a very much a celebration of, like, counterculture within that era of time.
Yes, because it came out in, what, 75?
Yeah, 75.
Yeah, 1975. Oh, also, fun fact.
Yeah.
It's still considered limited release in 2024. It's the longest running
apparently it's never left theaters
history.
because it stayed in theaters.
Because it just stayed, and it just started doing Saturday midnight showings.
And they do them every weekend out here.
Yeah.
Which I think they probably do them every weekend.
I think that there are there are places throughout the country and maybe even the world where they do that.
But not in our parts of the woods in North Carolina.
I actually think there's a theater in Raleigh that at least used to. I don't know if they did it weekly, but I think they did it monthly.
Yeah.
Where they did a monthly.
Well, does that count monthly for it to not go out of release? I think it has to be every week for it to be a release.
I don't know.
I guess I don't know either.
I don't know. I feel like that's something we should know.
Well, we don't.
The terminology. But anyway, okay, so we'll get into it. So yeah, we'll describe the film, and we'll do our best to also describe the call-outs and chants and stuff. Although the thing was, since we were like at an actual theater, I think this is what Tyson was getting at. I think the mix, from my personal experience, because I think the live shows that I've been to were like at a college town.
I would about to say that seems like the
think it was like
better
a
way to see it.
Older demographic with this, which was still a fun, good time. But I think the college one, they're rowdy.
It sounds like it gets a little wild.
It's at midnight. People have been drinking all night.
No, this was at 8 p.m.
Wild. This was at 8 p.m.
Which thank God, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You were so tired at the end of it.
I know. I was like, I want to go home.
I was like, thank God we didn't do a midnight showing.
We drove an hour out.
It was far away.
But it was worth it. Maybe
it was worth it. But yeah, so I will say this. I don't want to like say that this wasn't as good because it was still a great time, so I had fun. But I think the college ones that I've been to were a little more wild. Right. People were screaming the entire time, shout outs like the entire time. Where this one, it was like a few people saying some of the call out stuff. But I don't even really know the call outs.
Well, apparently these are like, I Googled it. The people who did it, I don't even remember what the group is, but like this is like the Rocky Horror group that does like the main performances now. Like this is like the main stage cast, like whoever was doing the shadow performance.
Oh.
Like these are the main ones. Like they're on the Rocky Horror Picture Show wiki.
Wow.
That's a big deal, I'm sure. I don't know.
I'm sure it's an honor.
So this was directed by Jim Sharman, based on a screenplay from Richard O'Brien and Jim Sharman also, and then the play is based off of Richard O'Brien's Rocky
Richard
Horror
O'Brien
Show.
plays the character of Riff Raff.
Does he really?
He does.
Wow.
Crazy stuff. All right, let's get into it.
Okay.
This movie starts with some giant singing lips.
Yeah, pretty good. I don't know how they got that effect.
Science fiction double feature. Iconic song. Also, actually, I don't even... Well,
no, say it. Now you've piqued my interest.
The night before we went to this, me and Bailey rewatched the Glee episode of the Rocky Horror Glee episode.
I didn't know there was a Rocky Horror.
It's just
Glee
really
episode.
good. This song was really good. There's a lot of songs and that Glee just did justice to it. So if you want the mini version of this movie and you don't want to watch the movie, for some reason you don't want to watch this movie, but you want to learn more about it, go watch the Glee episode. It hits a lot of the major points.
You know, there is, I don't want to touch on this really at all, but there's debate within the queer community about whether or not this is good representation or not. And I'm sure it's dated. But I've also, based on my personal experience, most people I've talked to, part of LGBT plus is like... Sorry.
Did you say all the
No,
words?
no, I didn't. LGBTQIA plus.
Oh,
there.
okay.
I know it.
Okay.
And so everyone I've talked to seems to love Rocky. This is their shit.
Yeah. I feel like most people are down with this.
Most people are down with it because what? You just get to strip or whatever and be weird? Everyone is a little fucking freak.
You just get to be just a little bit horny, a little bit sexy. Fun time.
So yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I thought it was worth bringing up, but I'm not any kind of authority to speak on any matter of that.
Me neither.
So
I just like the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where were we? So the giant lips.
Science
you watched the
fiction
Glee
double
episode.
feature. At this point, the actors almost just do a little striptease.
Yeah. That's
basically all it is. Little chair dance. There's the character of the criminologist who kind of just narrates throughout the film. Yeah, because not that important.
So it's from what I would think it's like a fear mongering, the movie Reefer Madness. Are you familiar with that?
Vaguely.
It's like that style of cautionary films that I think this is kind of making fun of, where it's a guy being don't smoke marijuana. Yeah.
This version is don't have sex.
Yeah, it's like that. I mean, that would have been a similar kind of thing. So it's so it's like that. So there's that intercut, but it is weird.
It happens throughout at seemingly random points. But then we get into the main part of the movie. So we have our two main characters, Brad Majors and Janet Weiss. Now I need you to imagine.
Okay.
Every time they didn't really. I feel like this is one thing they didn't do as much in our showing, but in their college ones, this was crazy. Every time someone says Brad, everyone shouts asshole, and every time someone says Janet, everyone goes slut.
Okay. Can I ask why?
You don't even know, dude. He's an asshole and she's a slut.
I get that. But why though?
It's fun.
Why is he an asshole?
I don't know. He's just causing. He's not going with the flow. Just chill out, dude.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, it's funny
just
little.
Imagine we're not gonna do that, but imagine every time we say one of their names, everybody's shouting out the words. So they're at a wedding.
Whose wedding is this? Does it matter?
I think it's just some.
Just a wedding.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters. Imagine them, they're like Christian, Easter Sunday, golden boy and girl. He's wearing glasses. She has on a pink dress and a little cardigan.
He was a skater boy.
What?
What? No, I'm just saying you were, I don't know.
Oh, he was a skater boy. She says, see you later, boy.
Yeah, I was just thinking
That's misleading though, because he is not a skater boy.
No, he's not. I was just doing a little riff.
Okay.
Great. Thank you for shutting down that riff instead of yes-anding it.
I'm sorry, my improv classes didn't.
Yeah, I know you're in improv classes, and you're not yes-anding my bits.
Because it was a bad bit.
It wasn't. It was funny. Okay.
This isn't improv class. This is my podcast. This is our
Oh.
This is our podcast.
I just blew out the mic with how loud I yelled. Great.
I'm so sorry. This is our podcast, but that means I also get to make part of the rules.
Okay, fair enough. Where were we?
I'm just trying to describe how prim and proper Brad and Janet are.
So we can reduce them down to
on a Home and Garden magazine cover.
We can reduce them down to monkeys or whatever.
Exactly.
Primal instinct.
So they're at this wedding. Then they sing a song called "Damn It, Janet," where Brad proposes.
Mm-hmm. And then
you know what it is?
Damn It, Janet's an okay song.
Damn it, it's a fine song. Yeah. It's fine. It sets the scene.
Yeah, it's not my favorite song.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like a cutesy song before the chaos.
None of these songs I felt like I liked the Little Shop of Horror songs more.
Oh really?
Yeah. I think those were all better songs.
I could actually agree with
all
that.
the songs in this are like Time Warp. Don't really give a fuck about it.
Okay, wrong. But anyway, let's keep going. So they decide they're gonna celebrate their engagement with their high school teacher, who they met in his class, Dr. Scott.
Is this the guy in the wheelchair?
Yes.
Yes.
We don't know this yet, though. They're like, we're gonna go visit Dr. Scott, and then they drive. Mm-hmm. They're driving, and they get a flat tire, I think, and so they have to. There's nowhere to go except for this one house that they passed. They gotta get in the house, and Janet gets out of the car, and it's raining, and she has newspaper over her head, and then everybody in the audience grabs their newspaper and puts it over their head.
But like, I guess like I just don't understand where all these little things start. Like, why are you just doing it? Why are you just doing the thing? This movie's
been around for like almost 50 years.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Who knows? Who knows where it started?
Fuck, I was gonna say
it's just a fun little thing, though.
My brain keeps shorting out. I had another thing I wanted to say. Oh, you know what I think is really embarrassing? So I guess Brad can't change a flat tire because I can't change a flat tire.
Oh, but you know who changed a flat tire recently?
I was about to say, but you can.
Oh, by myself. Let's go.
Great.
I felt like I was like, wow, is this what it feels like to be a man? Like, oh, I feel powerful.
Well, I'm a man, and I don't know how to change a flat tire, so clearly manhood is not defined.
Is even better.
All right. Ugh. I wanted to bring that up because I think it's funny that you can do it, but I can't.
And also Brad can't. I wasn't going to bring it up. Thanks, Tyson. Yeah, everyone, just go ahead and congratulate me. Doing my work for feminism.
Of course.
Change the flat tire.
It's you on
all by myself.
It's you on that poster with that woman with the bicep.
Yeah, it's me. It's actually me. I actually have dissolved all misogyny. So
great.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
You're welcome, America. You're welcome, world. Anyway, what were we talking about?
So they get in.
Oh yeah, the movie where I shout out "slut" at this girl every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good fun though.
Yeah.
He's a slut too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everyone in this movie is.
So yeah.
Okay, so then they sing. Oh, then over at the Frankenstein place, which this is a really fun one because they go, "There's a light," and then everybody in the audience turns their lights on. And this was another one where the college version is really fun because you only put your light up during the chorus, and then when the chorus ends, they're like, "Turn your fucking lights off! Turn them off!" Like they're screaming at everybody. Yeah. And it's really fun. And I feel like the screaming didn't happen in this showing.
What? Yeah. What?
Me and Bailey were doing it to each other.
Why? How are you supposed to know all these rules?
Like, you just have to go and experience. It's like, okay, I've never been. You know the movie, The Room?
Wait. Yes, I know the routine. That
it's like that, but like I've never been to a screening of that. So like if I went to that, I'm sure there's a few things that I know that I've seen on the internet, but I'm sure there's stuff going on there.
How many times have you been into one of these performances?
This was my third one, I think.
Third?
Yeah, and then I've seen the movie outside of it before.
Okay, cool. So you definitely had a one-up on me, who had only seen the movie in private.
That was kind of what I wanted.
Now that I think about it, I think this came on TV when I was young, and I think my dad just left it on the TV. I don't think this is a film you should...
I will say, I don't think it's a film for children, but...
I guess I don't think there's anything
watching the movie itself,
about it.
It's not that risky. I feel like the actors being on stage and acting out a lot of the stuff makes it way more intense. And I feel like the movie itself, while not like appropriate necessarily, like I'm not saying we should show it to kids, but I think it's like not that insanely like
I don't know. I just think it's funny because
it's
just like my dad to like just be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no, like I didn't watch this.
You can show this a 7-year-old. He's fine.
Yeah, I think the first time I watched this was high school, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying we should show it to kids.
Oh no, I was about to make a joke. I was like, I'll show it to every kid, but no, can't be. I probably should not be saying that.
Yeah, but I think the movie itself really isn't.
It's not super
No,
the movie's not explicit at all.
What the actors are doing on stage is explicit.
Yeah.
And then, there was one thing where this was unique to this showing. I don't think they did this in Chapel Hill. I could be wrong. But there was a guy who, like, at very strategic moments, he brought out an inflatable penis and would, like, put it up to the screen so it looked like somebody's mouth was on it. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, he had that timing down.
Yeah,
which I guess he rehearsed.
Flawless.
There's one part where he walks on screen and lightning strikes him.
Oh, yeah, that was really funny. That was during that song, too. He walks, like, it just hits, exactly where he's at. That was good.
Yeah. Because apparently he's, like, the leader of the Rocky Horror fan club. He's, like, that's what I'm saying. These are, like, the people. Leader.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess when you put it like that.
Wow, you gotta stop coughing on this podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't control the allergies.
I wonder if that's even getting picked up or if Ronan's going to edit them in. Actually, I don't give a fuck. Ronan can edit them in or out. Make them really loud.
No one wants to hear me cough. Yuck. Gross.
I guess you're right.
Yucky.
What? Okay, what's going on?
Whenever the kids I'm babysitting do something gross, I'm like, that's so yucky.
Do they respond well to that?
What?
Does that work on kids to be like yucky gross?
It depends if I'm saying it like silly, where I'm like, oh my god, ew, no, yucky, or if I'm like, that's yuck, you need to stop. It's all in tone of voice.
What's the difference? Okay, we're not gonna go down here. That's
anyway.
funny. That's funny.
Oh, so they make it to this house. We haven't even met the rest of the
I was about to say,
yet.
this episode's already all over the place.
They make it to this house, this like spooky mansion. Okay?
Yes.
And they get let in. We meet the butler riffraff, who's like a hunchback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all your standard horror tropes thrown in. There's a little bit of Frankenstein in here. Uh-huh. There's a little bit of Dracula.
Then there's like the maid, Magenta. Wikipedia describes Columbia as a groupie. Sure.
Which one's Columbia?
She's the one with the red hair and like the sparkly outfit. So they're there and they welcome them in and they seem weird. Mm-hmm. But they welcome in Brad and Janet, and then everybody sings the Time Warp, which you were saying you don't like the Time Warp?
It's not that I don't like it, I just don't like, why is this like a song, like, why is this like a universally beloved song? I just don't care about it.
Because it's not fun.
It's not even that good of a song.
But it's fun, and it has coordinating dance moves, so automatically goes a step higher in everyone's brain, because everyone's like, oh, I can do the dance moves with it, and it's easy, it's just a jump to the left, and then a step to the right.
Okay. I am had it up to here with songs that tell you what to do in the song.
What do you mean?
I do, like what?
Wait.
Like the cha-cha slide? Fuck it.
You don't like dancing.
Wobble?
Isn't it, like, ideal to have a song tell you exactly what to do? The wobble doesn't tell you what to do.
But there's like a dance.
The wobble just says wobble.
That's a dance, that's a move. They're just telling you to do.
Yeah, well, I guess the wobble is a move, but the lyrics of the wobble go, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
Listen, but maybe... Say that again. If I hate dancing, then I don't want to do it at all.
But wouldn't you rather have something telling you to do?
Did you ever go to the roller rink as a kid? Put your hands on your hips,
bring your knees in tight. That's it. Did I ever go to the roller rink as a kid? This is not the first time you brought up a roller rink.
I'm just saying I spent many a day at a roller rink. But, like, they would always have the cha-cha slide part.
Listen, I agree. The cha-cha slide, a little annoying, a little outdated.
What other songs are there that I hate? that tell you the song, the moves.
Cupid Shuffle.
Cupid Shuffle, that's what I'm thinking of. Ugh. To the left, to the left.
I feel like...
No! I don't want to listen to you.
The Cupid Shuffle, now, probably my least favorite. But I think as a kid, I liked most of these. How do you feel about the YMCA?
Ugh, the worst song known to man. That's gotta be like the number one worst song, right?
No! Are you kidding?
I feel like
a fun song.
I feel like I'm also disrespecting the queer community here.
I was like, you're just taking a big old dump on the queer community. You hate the Time Warp and you hate the YMCA.
No, the YMCA is a shitty song.
Tyson just hates gay people, actually.
You know, the Village People have a better song, and it's the one about being sexy like sailor men.
I don't know this song.
Well, it's a better song than this. Chapel Roan has the song.
Chapel Roan has a great song.
Okay,
do you not like the Chapel Roan song?
No, I do like that one.
Oh my god. I was like...
don't come after me.
Sacrilegious.
Don't come after me. But...
Not liking Hot to Go is...
It's like, why do we gotta come up with a bunch of songs that have dance moves?
Because it's fun. Sorry you're allergic to fun and joy and happiness.
I am allergic to all three of those things.
It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right. But it's a pelvic thrust that really drives you insane.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's the thing. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that in public either. And consider me no fun for that.
Yeah, no, you were sitting down, and me and Bailey and Mackie were all having a good time.
Well, I didn't know the.
It tells you what to do.
No, I'm not talking about the
a jump to the left and then a step to the right.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
But then I'm just gonna stand awkwardly for the pelvic thrust bit. I'm just not gonna do any of it.
Lame. Anyway.
No, wait. I gotta share another story related to Time Warp.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I'm just saying that I was in a Glee club as a child, and we did the Time Warp, and it was.
You were in a Glee club?
And it was like my song. I was assigned the first, so maybe I have like some unresolved trauma with the Time Warp, but it was like the leading.
Wait.
That was like my song I led.
How old were you? I just mentioned Glee.
No,
you know I like Glee.
No, but I mentioned this in the car, by the way. On the way there or on the way back, and no one listened to me. So
there was a lot. I was DJing on the car ride. Okay?
So
I had other things going on. And you were suggesting really bad songs. I was probably said play Axel F.
the Crazy Frog remix of Axel F, mind you. I would have been like 12 or so. And it was like in a community glee club, and that was like the song she gave me. She was like, "Okay, you're like a spunky kid. You're gonna do Time Warp." And well, they replaced Pelvic Thrust with like.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
No, and then I don't even remember what it was. It's like
that's probably good for 12-year-olds.
No, I agree. I agree.
Club.
Yeah, I was.
I love Glee.
So listen. I should love this song. I've known about the Time Warp way longer than I knew about this fucking movie. And you know what? I don't like the Time Warp. It's a stupid song. It's not about anything. It's about dancing, and I hate dancing.
Wow, crazy to have a song about dancing in a musical.
Okay.
Crazy work.
Okay, let's move on. I'm done with the Time Warp.
That being said, not essential to the plot. It's fun. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, so Time Warp happens. Then we get into the most, I think, iconic figure of the movie, Dr. Frankenfurter, played by Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Masterfully. Who is, I'm quoting the movie, a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Tim Curry, ate this roll up. Wearing this iconic, black leather vest thing iconic. And boots. It's great. I don't really know what else to say about it. I feel like it's just yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't really, of course this is the quintessential Tim Curry role.
Yes.
You know Tim Curry from anything else?
Yeah, Tim
Curry does a bunch of weird shit.
There are some actors that I feel specialize in just doing weird roles.
He's original Pennywise.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, from
I was going to say, have you ever seen the Clue movie?
I have seen Clue.
Yeah, he's the butler in that.
I know.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking of. I feel like there's something else I can't think of right now.
I don't know, he's a bunch of stuff. He does a bunch of voice acting for some reason.
Is he still alive? Why did
I think he is, or he might have died very recently.
No, he's alive. I don't know why I thought he was dead.
I mean, he's old.
Oh, he's also in Home Alone 2.
He's super old.
Oh, and Annie! the superior
I haven't seen
1982 Annie, which people are going to get mad because people like the one from the 90s, but 1982,
wait. There's an Annie from the 90s and then the 80s?
Yeah.
I thought there was just two Annies, and that was original Annie, and then there was Remix Annie from 2014.
There's 1982, there's 2014, and then where's the one from the 90s?
He's in Muppet Treasure Island? He's in Scary Movie 2? Holy shit.
Wait, how many Annie movies are there? Hold on. I feel like this is not a productive...
Whatever. I don't care, man. I'm just here to have fun.
Annie movies.
People who listen to this podcast are beholden to us.
So there's 82, 95, and then there was the one from 2014 that was the Will Smith remake.
Yeah. I remember people not liking that one.
Listen, people really love the 95 one, but I grew up on the 82 one, and I will stand by it.
I didn't know there was a 95. Why would they remake it so soon?
I don't know. I think the 95 one was a Disney one.
I'm not even seeing anything about the 91. Oh, I guess because I'm looking at Tim Curry, so that's why it's only popping up. All right, let's get back on track.
Anyway, he's great in that one too. He plays a more normal character in Annie, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Not any really transvestites in Annie.
In Annie, yeah. Annie's a little more family friendly.
Well, he's also an alien. Technically,
he's an alien.
No, he is an alien in this movie.
Oh, I guess technically speaking, yes. All the Transylvanians are aliens. We'll get to that.
Well, yeah, I guess. Okay, yeah, I guess.
So, okay,
yeah, so he takes them upstairs and he's like...
Wait, before that happens, a few things happen before that happens.
Okay.
First is he reveals his creation.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Oh, yeah, I guess they do go upstairs.
They have to go upstairs to do that.
Sorry, I thought they were in the same room.
He's just a beautiful god.
He takes them up to his laboratory.
He's like a beautiful bronze god. He's
he's built a Frankenstein kind of creation of just a hot blonde guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's just really muscular. He's wearing this little very tight golden Speedo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's
This is the part I remember seeing on television when I was 7. This is the one.
This is a lot for a 7-year-old.
I was just oh, yeah, that's kind of cool.
He sings a song called "I Can Make You a Man," where it's imagine
I'll
make a man out of you
thing to
from
have
Mulan,
sex
but
with.
the adult version. Pretty much, he's I've created the perfect man to do whatever I want with, which crazy.
What a terrible existence. I guess some people some people might enjoy that. I don't know. Like,
also, personally,
nightmare world.
This might sound bad, but I think people would agree with me. If I was building the ideal man, probably wouldn't make him blonde. Just saying.
You wouldn't make him blonde?
Probably not. I'm not saying that blonde guys can't be attractive, but I'm just saying, generally speaking.
I don't even know how to touch this. I don't.
On behalf of most girls, okay?
On behalf of most girls, you're gonna speak for most girls?
I am. You know what? Because I'm confident that most straight girls would agree with me. The blonde.
Well, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Like, what if a guy's blonde? He can't control that.
Listen, it's not a bad thing, but it's just like not no one. I don't know. Most girls don't prefer blonde guys.
Okay. What hair color are you looking for?
Probably brunette. Yeah.
What about like a jet black?
That'd be fine.
What about red hair?
I feel like style has a lot to do with it too. Ooh, red hair.
Oh, you can't say that. You can't be like that.
It's like
what if we have a beautiful red-headed listener that's a man?
I'm not saying no, because there are exceptions, and I'm not saying that if you don't have brunette hair, you're automatically not good looking. I'm just saying most of the girls. I go on TikTok and
most of the girls think you're fucking ugly if you have blonde hair.
No, that's not what I'm saying. There are exceptions. Ross Lynch, for example.
Ross Lynch dyed his hair brown.
No, he's blonde most of the time. Actually, I think he's naturally has brown hair, and he dyes it blonde. And the blonde.
Which you ask, why would he do that then? If brunette is so superior to blonde hair?
Because have you seen Austin and Ally? That man has been bleaching his hair since he was like 15 years old.
I've always wanted to bleach my hair, but everyone tells me absolutely not.
Don't do that. If you take anything from this conversation, oh my god, this is just circling back to when we had a conversation about shaving your head. Men, don't shave your head.
Oh, that's an early podcast, Paul.
Wow.
I forgot we had that conversation.
The real fans will know. But anyway.
Yeah, I guess you're right. This man does look better with blonde hair than brown hair.
He's an exception, okay? I'm not saying that if you
Holy
have blonde
fuck, he
hair,
played Jeffrey Dahmer.
You don't look good. I'm just saying that generally speaking, most girls have a little bit of a preference for brunette.
So you guys just talking about this? Or you guys just giggling in the back of the school bus being like, blonde hair men fucking suck. Is that what you say?
I mean, not those exact words.
Then you point and you laugh at him?
No.
He's a blonde-haired man. I guess I shouldn't even... I don't really even know that many people with blonde hair.
Exactly.
Because all us brunettes happen to stick together in our little...
Down with the blonde... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Blonde hair people are fine. Why did I... Oh, Rocky, right. So he reveals his creation, Rocky. Then, kind of out of nowhere, jumps in this guy on a motorcycle named Eddie, and he sings... Happy Tootie, bless my soul.
Yeah, what's up with this dude? I don't know what the fuck this dude is.
So I think the way
he's played by Meatloaf, by the way.
Yeah.
They have that one song.
I actually really like the Hot Patootie song. I think
this song, I kind of like this song.
First time I ever watched this movie, I didn't realize that this song was from this movie.
Well, I also don't get what his role is in the movie, because he shows up out of nowhere, and then he immediately gets, killed?
Well, he's, like, frozen. I think it's, like... I may be wrong. I feel like they used some of his body parts to make Rocky.
No, because he shows up after.
But I think that's where... I think he was being kept in a freezer.
But he seems...
use some of his body parts, and then he jumps out, and then... Oh, and then you know what happens? Because I always think it's like, oh, this is such a fun, silly movie. Frankenfurter, like, takes an axe and, like, kills...
Well,
and,
this is technically...
It is the Rocky horror... Similar to when we had to remind ourselves, Little Shop of Horrors.
This is our Halloween episode. This is technically a horror movie. So yeah,
Frankenfurter takes an axe and just goes in on Eddie after. Oh, I guess we should mention too, because you know what? Why Eddie comes back into it? Eddie has a little thing with Columbia.
Oh, I thought it was like he was related to the.
He is. We'll get that too.
Wheelchair
but
man.
he's dating, I guess, Columbia, who
But he's in a freezer.
He's in a freezer. Well,
you can't go on dates in a freezer.
Well, until Frankenfurter just kills him.
It's too cold.
And then Columbia's just like crying, and everyone's just like, "Damn, mood shift, okay."
Yeah.
Because you go from Hot Patootie, fun,
and then
everyone's dancing, having a good time.
And then it's just murder.
And then he's murder.
Not that violent either, though. It happens off screen.
Yeah, no,
you
don't
just kind of covered in
anything.
blood. It's kind of silly.
It's just a major tone shift. And then Frankenfurter's like, all right, well, that's dealt with, so
this movie,
I'm gonna go enjoy my creation now. Bye.
In hindsight, this movie is so gay.
Yeah, it's very
No,
gay.
Rocky is created in, like, a rainbow liquid.
Yeah. And, like, the first 15 minutes of the movie, I'm a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
That part. Like, but
there's a lot of gay stuff happening in this movie.
Mm-hmm. I just had to point out that it's a very gay movie. Not in a derogatory way.
We haven't even gotten into the gayest stuff yet.
Oh, trust me, some more gay stuff is going to happen.
Trust. Okay, so, yeah, Frankenfurter's like, bye, me and Rocky are gonna go, bye. And then Brad and Janet get shown to their bedrooms.
And then, okay, I remember when I first watched this movie, which was in, like, high school. So Dr. Frankenfurter seduces both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
He goes into, I think, Janet's room first and, like, pretends to be Brad. And then she, like, it's funny. I actually really like this part, and then I like the way they do it, because they have, like, it's behind a
it's like
sheet.
A silhouette through, like,
there's
a curtain.
A sheet, and you see the shadow, and then the actors on stage also do it with, like, there's a sheet, and, like, there's just their shadows. So Janet, like, rips off the wig. She's like, oh, like, no. And, then, like, Frankenfurter basically just seduces both of them.
Yeah. Which
is funny with Janet, and then it's even funnier with Brad.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's just good.
How old was the guy that spoke to us? Because he's like, he has to be like in his 30s by the time he filmed this in 1975.
He was probably in like his, if he was in his 30s.
Or maybe late 20s.
I was going to guess he was in his 70s, and then if he filmed this in his 20s, I feel like that makes sense.
He seemed to look great.
He did. Good for him.
What was his name again? I don't even remember his
name.
Barry
Bostwick?
Barry Bostwick.
Yep, the actor who played Brad.
Yeah.
Seems like a great guy. He's
Asshole.
Really funny. This part of the movie is very funny. But yeah, it's all on silhouette.
So this is about where in my opinion, the second half of the movie I like a lot less than the first half.
Well, the second half of the movie just kind of devolves into chaos.
Yeah, it's like it kind of loses all sense of structure.
No plot. Yeah. It's literally just there's things happening, which I kind of love personally, but I could understand why maybe this would turn some people off.
So then I guess Janet, who like discovered the wonderful joys of procreation, has now like decides, oh fuck Brad, and then goes and has sex with Rocky.
No, you know what happens? She goes to try and find Brad, and then she finds out that Brad slept with Dr. Frankenfurter.
You can't be mad about that, though.
Because Janet just did, too.
You get it. You understand.
Janet's, like, so upset. But then, who does Janet stumble upon but Rocky, the literal perfect specimen of a man? Mm-hmm. So she sings her little song, Touch Me, being like, you know, now that I know what sex is and what's going on here, I want to be dirty. Let's get it on.
Yep. Great.
So her and Rocky, they have some fun. Also, good Glee cover.
Yeah?
Yeah. Except it's with Will Schuester, which makes it like, ugh.
I don't even know who Will Schuester.
He's like the main teacher in the show.
I remember you guys had Glee on the TV and you guys like, we fucking hate this dude. This dude sucks.
There are so many problems with him. He is like essentially a predator. But we're not going to get into that right now. Okay. A Glee episode, we could do an entire episode.
Oh, Ryan Murphy.
Oh, Ryan. In hot water again.
What did he do this time?
The Menendez Brothers show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought people were just over it because they're like, I guess he's just going to do this anyway.
Well, he's going to do whatever the hell he wants, but there's...
People, I saw a thing that was like, apparently the Grotesquerie show is like, he funded that, or he's like executive producer on that. And apparently that show's not good.
I know nothing about that except Travis Kelce's in it.
Well, I see the billboards. They got the billboards up.
Yep. Anyway, Ryan Murphy and his crimes against humanity just something else that needs to be studied.
I've only seen the first two seasons of American Horror Story, and I thought they were all right.
I have not seen American Horror Story. I will say he did like the American Crime Story.
Apparently that's pretty good.
Especially the O.J. Simpson one. Genuinely one of my favorite limited series I've ever watched.
How much of that was him though?
I don't know.
Because it was like a spin-off of American Horror technically. So it's like, why are you...
I don't know. But once again, not a productive conversation. Where were we in the movie?
I don't know, man.
Janet's getting freaky with Rocky. Great.
Okay. So then the guy, Dr. Scott, comes to the mansion.
The high school teacher they were originally going to meet.
Uh-huh.
He shows up.
Because apparently Motorcycle Eddie is his nephew.
Mm-hmm. And, you know why? Eddie had apparently written a letter to him saying that part of his brain was removed by aliens. So Dr. Scott's like, I need to find Eddie. Like, everything's not okay.
Oh.
Do you see how this all...
Because that was probably used for Rocky.
That's what I'm saying,
Because technically, Dr. Frankenfurter is technically an alien.
Technically speaking, yes. And we'll get into that discovery. So everyone finds Janet and Rocky together.
I feel like this can't be a good episode of the podcast. Not to derail you.
Okay.
I feel like this isn't one of our best.
Okay. Sorry, I'm sick. Sorry, I'm trying my best.
No.
Sorry, you hate Time Warp and Joy.
Oh no, we did have some good bits this episode.
We're not done. What do you? You were talking about this was a bad episode.
Well, we have stuff with the movie.
2 more paragraphs to get through.
The movie's almost over.
Oh my god. You're like reflecting on this as if it's over. It's not over. We need to finish this. And then once we turn the microphones off, you can be like, yeah, that was shit. It wasn't a good episode.
All right. Is that how I sound?
Yeah. You know what? It is.
Thank you for giving me a deep voice. I appreciate it. All right. So
Next time I do an impression of you, I'm going to make it really high pitched.
I should not have given you ammo. Okay, so Eddie's part of his brain was taken out by aliens.
Yeah. Okay, so Rocky finds Janet. Wait, no. Frankenfurter. I keep saying Rocky, and I keep meaning Frankenfurter. Frankenfurter finds Rocky and Janet. Not happy, because that's Frankenfurter's creation. That's not for Janet to touch.
Yeah.
Everybody gathers for a very awkward dinner, okay?
Yeah.
They're all just sitting at a dinner table, and it's awkward because Frankenfurter slept with both Brad and Janet. Brad doesn't know that Frankenfurter slept with Janet. Janet knows about Brad. I don't know who. I think everyone knows about Janet and Rocky. A lot of bad stuff. Dr. Scott.
A lot of stuff going on.
He's there. Oh, also, I guess we should have mentioned another really iconic part of this movie. Way back when, after Time Warp happens, they just casually take off all of Brad and Janet's clothes, so they're in their underwear, the whole movie.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I guess that is for all the movie.
That's almost the entire movie. That's kind of important. And
Everyone's
it's also funny because they take their jackets off and they're like, oh, thank you, and then they just keep taking clothes off and they're like, oh no. But it's funny. So everybody's barely dressed this entire movie. I feel like that's important to note. It just adds to the awkwardness of this whole dinner table scene because everybody's sleeping with each other, and then also Brad's in his underwear. Janet's wearing barely anything. Rocky's barely been wearing anything this whole movie because his character just doesn't wear clothes, really.
Janet's Susan Sarandon also.
Yes. Oh my god, Susan Sarandon Queen. She's talked about
I was about to say, Susan Sarandon looks great now. I didn't know she was that old. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
She's awesome. She's talked about how when she auditioned for this movie, she really didn't feel good about it because she was like, I can't sing. Singing's not my thing. I don't want to sing. I'm not a singer. This is not natural for me. But she was funny in the way a lot of the other girls who could sing weren't. That's what really got her the role, is that she has the comedic timing and talent that I honestly, I don't even think her voice is bad. I think her voice sounds fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I guess
you can learn to sing more easily than you can learn to be funny.
Yeah. So she's awesome. Love her in this.
Awesome.
Just since you brought her up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What else happened here?
So they're all at the dinner table.
And
then they reveal
they're eating
all
human.
of a sudden they rip off the tablecloth, and underneath is a mutilated Eddie. He's dead.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
And then it's so funny. And then everybody freaks out because there's a dead mutilated body in front of them. Everyone's like, oh my god. And Janet runs into the arms of Rocky to protect her in this scary moment. And then Frankenfurter's pissed off. He's like, get off of my man. So then he starts chasing her. This part's really fun. It's the You Better Wise Up, Janet Weiss, that song.
I don't remember this one.
Planet Schmanet Janet. What is Planet Hot Dog? Why is that in the name of the song?
Is that part of the song?
It says, the name of the song
I'm looking at it.
Planet Schmanet Janet, which I remember that. Wise Up Janet Weiss. I remember that. And then Planet Hot Dog.
Maybe that's just the 3 names the song goes by.
But so he's chasing her around, and then he gets them back in the lab, and then he uses a machine in the lab, I guess, to freeze.
Yeah, he can just turn them into statues.
He just turns them into stone, like he's Medusa. He turns, who does he turn into stone? He turns
them all into stone.
Brad, Dr. Scott, Janet, and Rocky.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, the 4 of them.
Yeah.
Well, you still have Magenta and Riff Raff and Columbia.
Oh, they're not really part of it.
They are a part of it.
No, but not really.
They're all main characters in the movie.
Well, they don't do anything.
I don't know. I would disagree.
So they... We'll just move past it.
So he turns them all to stone. Okay, see, this is where there's not really a real plot anymore. It's just kind of stuff happening. So then there's like they're like on a stage doing like a cabaret show.
Yeah, he like unfreezes
and, like,
them.
The statues unfreeze, and they're all wearing like corsets and boas.
And they're all like mind controlled? Question mark to like force to like
question mark.
Yeah, because it's like seems like they are half unwitting.
There's like something going on.
Yeah,
it's
not important. I guess.
Listen. I don't think this is a movie you're supposed to think too hard about.
I like to think.
I think there's like a healthy balance of both. I'm not saying this movie isn't saying anything, because I think it is. But I think plot-wise, you're not really supposed to pick at the particulars here.
Sure.
There's a part I really like where Dr. Scott, like we said, he's in a wheelchair, and he like lifts his blanket up and like shows like his leg is like in like a high heel and like fishnets tights.
Yeah, it's like funny. It happened like without him knowing. It's like,
whoa.
That's pretty funny. That was a good bit.
So they're all dancing, and then they jump in a pool,
and then
they're singing, and they're
it's just like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, the other aliens come down, right?
So it turns out, Riff Raff and Magenta are also aliens from the planet of Transylvania.
Transsexual Transylvania. I think that's what the distinction is.
Oh, is that
transsexual Transylvania is the planet?
Oh wait, no, I think you're right. Yeah,
and then because the idea is that we all
Transylvania is a real place.
Yeah, but
transsexual Transylvania is a different planet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think looking at this, I think you're right.
Yes. I know I'm right.
So the whole movie, they've been like, we want to go back to our home, and Frankenfurter's been like, we will eventually. Like, don't worry about it.
We're having fun here.
Yeah, and now they're like, you are doing too much. We want to go home.
Too much.
They literally, the Wikipedia says, and they announce that due to Frank's extravagance, they are declaring mutiny and returning to their home planet of transsexual Transylvania. So then Frankenfurter's like, no, don't do this. This is so bad. No, please. And then he gets blasted with a laser gun. And then, and then Columbia's pissed off.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you killed Eddie.
It's like a laser trident. Also,
yeah,
it's like a weird laser trident.
They didn't look like aliens before. Now they look like they're in like kind of like an alien like space costume.
Yeah.
So it kills him. Columbia comes in and she's yelling, kills her. Rocky turns into like King Kong, not like actually, not literally, but like characteristically, because he takes Frankenfurter's body and like climbs this tower. It's like, rah! It's funny, and then he climbs the tower, and then he also gets lasered to death. And dies. Yes. And then that's
pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
The castle like takes off into space.
It's like a rocket ship and it takes off, but then Brad and Janet and Dr. Scott are left behind.
And that's it. That's
it. Yeah,
they don't get like, what was their like goal? What were they going before? Before all that happened?
Brad and Janet?
Yeah.
To visit Dr. Scott.
Oh, okay.
Which, I mean, I guess they got there eventually.
Yeah, I guess that works out then.
Also, this is so random, but there's a part earlier in the movie that I really like, where it's right when Janet, it's like when Dr. Scott gets there and they discover Janet with Rocky, and it's that scene where they go, Janet, Brad, Dr. Scott, Janet, Brad, like, that's not the right order, but...
No, but it's a funny bit, I know what you're talking about.
Funny bit, iconic part, Rocky. Yeah.
I mean,
the movie.
Yeah, listen, it's fun. I liked the audience participation aspect.
Yeah, we didn't bring out a lot of the party.
I mean, yeah, I feel like
when Rocky first comes out and he's like basically all wrapped up, people start throwing toilet paper. And then where's the other part people throw toilet paper?
I don't remember there being a second part.
There's a part later in the movie where people throw toilet paper. I don't remember. I'm forgetting.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's funny. I got hit with some toilet paper.
Deck of cards people throw around.
People throw some cards. There's a part when they're at dinner, people put on their birthday party hats.
I didn't see many hats
because it's supposed to be like Rocky's birthday.
Yeah, I got that bit, but I didn't see any hats in our audience.
Hats and then some kazoos.
I heard the kazoos.
Yeah, I think someone threw it. I think I got hit by a kazoo. People are just throwing stuff.
Yeah, throwing stuff at you. It sounds like.
Yeah,
you got hit by multiple things. I didn't get hit by anything.
By anything?
No, I had a great time.
I mean, I had a great time. I was not hit hard by anything. It was like a piece of toilet paper. Like I was fine. But yeah.
So. Yeah, I think that sounds like the movie. I had fun, you know?
I'm glad. It's just like the type of thing where it's like, I feel like even if the movie itself isn't your cup of tea, like it's hard to go to something like that and like not have a good time.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's just, I think it's a good experience.
Yeah. That's why I was excited too that you had seen it, but you hadn't been to one of these live shows because I feel like that's almost good that you already know the plot of the movie.
So yeah, so you can focus
I feel like if you
on...
just went to go see it at like a live showing, you'd have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, I think Jack's experience was not...
No, I think he was lost. Well, no, he said he wasn't, but...
I don't think he liked it very much.
No. Well, I didn't know if he was going to, but...
I had a great time.
It's a fun time.
I had a fun time.
Yeah, so I guess those are our concluding thoughts, is that it's super fun. And I love going around Halloween, and I probably will continue it in the future. Do you think you'd go to another Rocky Horror showing in the future?
Yeah, I guess it depends on where it is and whose group it is. You know what I mean? Like, so I might go to like a college one.
Like who's performing?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the Chapel Hill group that does it. Cause
sounds like they were better than the people who normally do it.
I'm not saying... No, I don't think it's the actors necessarily.
It's the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a smaller one I would go to, because the smaller one...
Well, you know what? There's the one theater in LA that does it every Saturday at midnight.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go out to that, but...
I'll probably try... Me and Bailey want to go at some point. I don't know when. Probably not soon, since we just went.
Yeah, we just went. So,
sometime.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, no, fun time. But Kristina...
Tyson.
I guess you have to ask me.
Tyson.
Kristina.
It's like the
it's like the bit in the movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, what are we gonna be watching next?
So I mostly show you horror movies, but I can't show you a horror movie because I feel like it's our first episode outside of the Halloween season. So I could
if you wanted to.
No, but so I was thinking, I was like, I'm kind of on a John Carpenter thing. I'm kind of watching some John Carpenter. So I'm gonna show you one of his earliest movies, Assault on Precinct 13. And there's a reason why, and you'll know it when it happens. There's a part in this movie that I mainly just want to get your reaction to.
Oh, God. Okay. I don't think I've even heard Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah.
I don't think I've even heard of it.
It's a classic. I remember liking it when I last watched it. So mainly I just kind of want to rewatch it, and then I want to see what you think.
Interesting.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
I'm not Googling the movie. I'm Googling John Carpenter.
Because I don't want them to spoil the bit that I want you to see.
I really think the only thing I've seen by him is Halloween, and...
There's so many John Carpenter. I own like 5 John Carpenter movies on 4K, Kristina. 4K. That's the highest resolution available in home format. You get HDR color depth on our brilliant TV.
And I've only seen Halloween. And this might be crazy to say. Halloween, in my personal opinion, is fine.
You haven't seen The Thing?
I actually haven't. No, and I need to see that.
Oh, I own The Thing. Well, you can put it in at any point.
Okay, well, maybe I'll watch it sometime. Maybe you can make me watch that.
I should have made you watch The Thing instead. No, it's too late. I've committed to Assault and Precinct.
You could change.
No,
okay.
No, we're gonna watch
Assault on Precinct 13. It's on my watch list. Don't worry, it's on my shame list. The Thing is.
Oh fuck! Should I just make you watch The Thing?
I don't know. It's up to you. It's your
okay. We're
we were talking about the schedule kind of earlier. You have like 3 more movies.
I'm not gonna do several John Carpenter movies. Okay. That is what we're gonna do.
What?
We got out of the Halloween season. Now
Use your words.
We're gonna do for my movies. I'm gonna show you after Assault on Precinct 13. How many more movies you said I had?
We have 3. You have at least 3 through the end of 2024.
Not including next one.
Yes, including the next one.
Okay. We're gonna do,
and then we'll have a little hiatus. Then
we're gonna do 3 John Carpenter movies back to back. A little John Carpenter-a-thon.
Wow.
Because you've only seen Halloween.
I've only seen.
John Carpenter is one of the revolutionary genre directors, Kristina.
I'm sorry.
Jordan Peele says it's like one of his favorite directors,
and he's great. I'm not saying anything against John Carpenter.
You just said Halloween was fine. Halloween is the greatest slasher movie ever made to some people. I don't know if it's to me.
Oh, but so it was like not to me.
That's the movie they love in Scream.
It is, and I respect it. I don't think it's bad.
Okay, I
remember just watching it for the first time and being like, "Wow, this is really hyped up," and it was fine.
We got to get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna pick 2 other John Carpenter movies. I'm gonna show you.
Okay. Well, what are we watching first?
Assault on Precinct 13. Since I've decided that one already.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see it and give it a try.
All right, awesome.
Well, you get to take us out of here.
Oh, okay. I got to remember what all we do. We have a website, www.shutupandwatchpod.podbean.com. You can catch us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review, 5 stars. If you leave us a review, we'll read it. In fact, I'll double check. And while I'm looking, I'm going to say thank you to Bailey Johnson for our logo, Ronan Lilly for the edit, and Justin Hickland for our theme song. My brain's not working too well.
Go ahead and lead us out.
Power through. Looking for a review. Not another review, but we had a glorious review last episode, so make sure you go back and listen to our last episode to read.
Oh my god, we did.
To have us.
I actually haven't listened to our last episode yet.
I'm sure it's a real trash heap.
What did we watch?
Climax.
I don't. Yeah, I have to be honest. I don't think I want to listen to that episode right now.
People didn't.
After the week that I've had,
people did not tune in for Climax. I guess that's it. I said give us a good review.
I wasn't really listening. Did you like the Instagram and letterboxd?
Oh yeah, we have a letterboxd. Shut Up and Watch Pod, or Shut Up and Watch. The letterboxd is just Shut Up and Watch. Instagram, Shut Up and Watch Pod, and then our website, which I mentioned earlier. I think that's it. But wait, Kristina.
Tyson.
Did you know if you share this podcast with someone who might like it, you will not be shot by that like pitchfork laser beam.
The laser trident thing from the transsexuals Transylvania.
Because I'm holding it right now, and I will shoot you with it.
Oh, God! Oh, no, he's got it, you guys!
I'm pointing it at Kristina right now.
No, don't shoot!
Burn. All right. All right, I'm done.
Bye.
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 Bye.